What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're not going to be working on the 92 F1 build, but we're actually going to be pulling it out of the garage and driving it. We've already gotten it moved from its current position, as you saw in the start of this video. You can see my dad's all antsy to get this thing out. So right now he's going to start it up and actually drive it out of here. Christian's opening the gates right now. You can see the other truck just chilling over there. So we're going to start this thing up and actually pull it out.
Yeah, we're all going.
Feels like an emergency brake's on. Maybe it's just that. Well, the converter's a high stall, so it's gonna feel the whole here.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Nah, it does feel tight. It does feel like it's like braking.
Well, the rear end,
Like it's kind of tight,
steering that van again.
Oh man. What the? Is it running any better?
Not really. You can feel the rear end on this thing, man. I know. You're never going to. That's what I said. When I said it's riding like a cloud, it's gonna ride like a cloud, it's going to.
It turns pretty tight, dude.
You gotta get on it though, it's tight.
Oh, that's bypass click. That's so weird.
Where are we putting it? Right here. It's actually idling really good
Yeah,
now.
what's that light though right there?
Low,
Low 10? No.
oil pressure just dropped big time.
Down to what? 24 I saw.
It's like, I saw like 15, maybe 20. So why is it doing
Oh,
that?
maybe because you're in. Because it was in your. Was it because you're in first? No. Oh, see.
That means it wants to
Oh,
stall.
it dropped. It dropped to 14. Well, it's because it's
Because it almost stalled.
Yeah. So that's oil pressure for sure.
And RPM.
Or 10.
No, 193 is fine. I don't know.
Yeah, lock it out. Will it idle by itself?
Yeah.
it.
Barely.
Oh, it's full oil pressure is what it is.
Well, it's trying to die. That's why. Dude, you're gonna be left braking this thing all the time.
Holy. Oh, you have your foot on the brake. I was like, Jesus.
I left brake this thing all the time because when you're shifting, especially when you're at stop, you're gonna want to left.
Just gonna shut it off in a minute. First test drive.
Complete, dog. Oh my god. All right, boys. Crack them. Cheers.
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 First drive.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first drive in the truck. We can finally say that it's moved under its own power and the first time in 5 years. There are a few issues with the truck that we're having still. That's the whole reason we went and drove it before dyno, so we could resolve those issues before then. In the front here, we did have a pretty bad belt squeak that you probably heard. We're leaning towards that being the tensioner right here. The bearing might be bad in it, so we're probably gonna get a new one of those. We're also having a leak over here. We're thinking it's on the proportioning valve. Just a little bit of brake fluids dripping down. So hopefully we don't have to pull that all apart and tighten it a little bit more. Hopefully we can do it without disconnecting the brake lines, because that means that we're gonna have to re-bleed the brakes all again.
Everything.
Which we're probably gonna have to do anyways, because the brakes aren't the greatest, so we're probably gonna have to get a legit vacuum bleeder and do it the right way rather than how we were doing it. The brakes probably aren't working the best right now either, because we are running the stock master cylinder and booster on this truck. We haven't even removed it from this thing. The whole engine cage was kind of built around it. You can see how tight the clearance is on the front shock right there.
It'll still come out though.
Yeah, you think we'll be able to get the booster out?
Yeah. The booster will come out, the master cylinder will come off once you pull the little reservoir off the top of it, and everything will slide right out.
So that could be part of it, and even bigger, we never even adjusted this thing, so it could be biased super towards the front, so that could be another reason.
Bias super towards the front, huh?
Biased super towards the front.
Got it.
It's a thing.
Heavily biased.
Well, what am I supposed to say?
Heavily biased to
towards
the front.
That's essentially the same thing. But that has never been touched, so that's probably part of the issue as well with the brake. And then down here, let me turn up the brightness a little bit so you guys can see in there. The oil block right there on the side of the motor that runs the lines towards the motor oil cooler is leaking a little bit. We had that issue before and we tightened the bolts, but it's still leaking. So we might have to pull that off and figure out why that's doing that. So that's a leak, that's a leak. That's the only two leaks that we have, right?
Yeah.
And then belt, And then back here I was hearing a noise, which we've kind of concluded that it was the jack mount right here just rattling around.
Either that or bypass noise. Could have been one or the other.
Well, it wasn't a clicky sound, it was kind of weird because I heard the bypass. Yeah, do that again, push the sway bar. Yeah, so that shakes because we don't have the right bushing in here, so we do have to get the correct one for that.
Well, that's just deflection. That's always going to do that.
Really?
But yeah, these bushings do need to get replaced, but the sway bar does deflect just a little bit.
And then underneath the truck, I think we're all solid. To get the truck actually done, because I'm sure a lot of you were curious about that, we're gonna have to get door panels since we don't have those, get a windshield in the truck, get that purple tint out of there because nobody likes that. And then the truck's gonna have to get completely painted. We're gonna have to mount the bumper all the way. What else do we have to do?
Line X.
Yep, Line X all the bed sides and fenders on the inside just so they don't flex as much, so everything's a little bit more rigid. That truck, Christian's truck, has Line X on the bed 360, and then it has it on inside of the bed sides and fenders. So that's what we're gonna do on this truck as well, just to keep things all tight.
I also want to plate the radius arms in too, probably.
On the back side?
Yeah.
Where it's open?
Yeah. Well, I'll probably end up doing the whole thing, but...
Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of those holes, but...
I just want to add some strength to it too.
Yeah.
Especially with this big of a tire, I don't want anything happening.
Well, we've seen those radius arms bend in half too, so that's probably a good thing. What, I think we'll do like 1/8 or 3/16 on there?
Yeah, I'll probably do 3/16 overlays on both sides, on both radius arms.
Think you'll be able to do that with the radius arms on the truck, or you gotta pull them?
No, I gotta pull them.
Oh, that's no fun.
It's alright. We'll get it dynoed first, and then we'll...
Yeah, and then we'll tinker around some more stuff. What else do we have to do? Is there really that long of a list?
Exhaust hangers, I think we gotta do too.
Oh, because we just have it clamped on the trans cross member right now, huh? Yeah, so let me see if I can get an angle on that. So you can see under here, we have the tubes coming back, and it goes over the trans cross member. And you can see their hose clamped on right there. And then from there, it's just free hanging. So we'll probably add a support off of one of these clamps, just going up to the cab of the truck so we don't get as much motion back here, so it's not shaking around and rattling itself loose. Besides that, the truck will need to get aligned again, because why does it need to get aligned? Didn't we already do that?
We aligned it, but I did it in the garage and it wasn't that great. And I noticed one side is taking all the toe that I put into it instead of both of them towing in. So I'm just gonna double check everything and then make sure everything's all good.
So that'll get done, and then might be time to go testing. We'll see.
After it's painted.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. The reason we're going to be testing the truck in the dirt after it's all painted is because once it's driving officially, we don't want to have to do tear down again and paint everything. We want it to be done so we can just go drive it and have fun.
Yeah, I know as soon as this thing hits the dirt, we're not going to want to touch this thing anymore. It's just going to get driven. So if it doesn't get painted before we actually take it to the dirt, it's never going to get done.
Yeah, exactly. It'll just stay like this with gray fenders, which nobody wants to see. So we'll have it all clean, and if we do it before it goes testing, the whole truck will be clean. We can do good photos of it.
Yep. Hopefully that'll be around Expo time too. So this truck might be at Off-Road Expo.
That's going to wrap it up for this video. You guys can see that we have our work cut out for us these coming days. The truck is going to dyno on Wednesday. It is currently Saturday. I think I'm going to put this video out Tuesday so you can kind of get a time frame of where we're at. So the next video you're going to see is the truck actually at the dyno, and that's going to be an exciting time. We'll see what the truck's going to put down. What are your guys' guesses on numbers? What's this thing going to make?
250 wheel horsepower.
No.
What do you think?
275 to 3 at the rear wheels.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 300 at the tire. I think that's pretty reasonable. You don't think so?
No way.
Come on, be confident.
275 to 300. Hopefully.
Okay, I'm saying 300 on the dot. That's the guess. Final answer. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the dyno.